Welcome back to Medinare. In this video, let's discuss about the parts of a cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of tissues. Cell forms tissues, tissues form organ, which forms organ system, and ultimately human is formed. Now, the statement cell is the structural and functional unit of the tissue makes sense. Regarding a cell, Schleiden and Schwann proposed a theory called cell theory. Cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of cell or cells. Cells are functional units of life, and all cells arise from pre-existing cells. A cell has various structures which carry out different functions. Out of them, there are three fundamental structures, namely cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus, and other organelles are vacuole, Golgi apparatus, peroxisome, centrosome, microtubules, lysosomes, and mitochondria. Now, let's get to know briefly about all the organelles. Cell membrane. Cell membrane is the protective covering of the cell. Singer and Nicholson proposed the fluid mosaic model to explain the components of cell membrane and their functions. Cell membrane is responsible for transfer of materials between cytoplasm and external environment by acting as a selectively permeable membrane. Cytoplasm. It is the intracellular fluid compartment of cell. They holds all other organelles together. Nucleus. It is responsible for controlling all the activities in the cell. It is made up of chromosomes which carries the blueprint for all our individual characteristics. All living cells in humans except red blood cells contain nuclei. The nucleus contains nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, and nucleolus. Mitochondria. It is responsible for producing energy-rich compounds called adenosine triphosphate, which abbreviates as ATP, by a process called oxidative phosphorylation, because of which we call it the powerhouse of cell. They are cigar-shaped organelles and are most abundant in cells that have high metabolic rate like cardiac muscle and liver. The major components of mitochondria are matrix and cristae. Golgi apparatus. It is also known as dictyosome. It is a polarized structure with cis and trans side. They are present in all cells and are flat vesicles that are dilated peripherally. They are closely associated with endoplasmic reticulum. Proteins are sorted and processed by Golgi apparatus. Endoplasmic reticulum. They are the synthetic machinery of cells which are of two types such as rough and smooth. Ribosomes on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum makes it rough, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum lacks ribosomes. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for protein synthesis, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for lipid synthesis. Lysosomes. They are the recycle bin of cell as they perform the digestive function. It is a spherical organelle containing hydrolytic enzyme which does the digestion. Lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of the cell because the interior of the lysosomes are always acidic. In this process of destroying the substrate, the lysosomes are destroyed along with them. Peroxisomes. These are small spherical organelles also called microbodies. They are concerned with three functions, namely generation and degradation of hydrogen peroxide, fatty acid metabolism, and detoxification of harmful chemicals. Cytoskeletal filaments. They are involved in providing strength, support, intracellular transport, spatial organization, and locomotion of the cell. So they are called as bones of the cell. They are of three types, namely microtubules, intermediate filaments, and actin filaments, also called as microfilaments. Microtubules helps in axonal transport, movement of cilia and flagella, and movement of chromosomes during cell division. Intermediate filaments are the most abundant type and are primarily the structural proteins of cell which maintain the cellular architecture. And microfilaments are concerned with cell mobility and contraction of muscle. And that's a brief discussion about the cell organelles. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching.